Smokey CNC Woodworks. I'm Brian, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a self-serving video on a CNC engraving I'm going to do. I'm going to do the logo for my second channel, Smokey Uncuffed. Not really because I'm just dying to have a sign for that channel, but more or less is because I'm going to try a couple little processes that I haven't tried before but have been mentioned by viewers. Other people have been watching my videos, and you'll notice that the board I'm going to use is covered in plastic, or it's painted white and it's covered with what looks like plastic. It's contact paper. Because I've had 2 or 3 people mention that if I will cut and do the design through the contact paper, I can then airbrush over that, and when it's all said and done, I can just peel the plastic back. My background's white, I have color underneath. So I'm going to give that a whirl. I mean, it's a real interesting idea, and it's something I'm real interested in doing in a video I'm going to have it coming up before too long. So let's get started. Okay, so I've had more than one person ask if you've done a cut with a certain type of bit and then you have to do a bit change and you're trying to zero the new bit, and right where you're going down with the new bit, where the center used to be, you've already cut all that out. How do you zero right there? So right here I'm just going to show you basically, and I'll explain it real quick. Basically you leave X and Y as they were zeroed to begin with, and then you just move forward or sideways, whatever you need to do to get to the original surface. Go down and touch it, and you just zero the Z axis only. Just zero it right there. Raise it up, and I usually move it back close to where it was. It'll self-center on the X and Y whenever you restart the machine. So that's a brief and basic rundown of it. that was it, guys. You know, I mean, it worked, but it's not perfect. Now, again, I did this on MDF simply because I knew this was going to be a test run. I was really afraid of it pulling the white paint off when I started peeling the contact paper, and it actually did take a few chunks out. Not terribly bad, and it came out all right. I mean, there are some things I've got to change about this. If you'll notice right here, my spacing's a little screwed up on my U. My F's kind of ran together. Didn't look like that when I programmed it. It's just one of these things that when I do a test run on something, I can go back and reprogram it better and spread it out a little more. Now, as for the contact paper, I mean, it pulled out the detail of the cuffs awesome. It did those great. Lettering, not quite so much. It didn't, sometimes whenever the machine ran by it would pull the contact paper out between the letters where it's supposed to be highlighted in white. And you saw me go back and touch that up with the paintbrush, which wasn't that big a deal, but I would prefer it, you know, to where the contact paper, I take it up, I'm done, we're through. Because I do enough of these kind of signs and different stuff during the week that if that's a process I'm going to use, I want it to work and not make more work for myself. Because to be honest, you saw me struggling getting that contact paper off. Had my knife out and just trying to clip it up just a little bit, just trip it just so I could get it off the deal. I'm kind of up in the air about it so far. I mean, I may try that again on something else, but probably not on video just because it didn't work as good as I liked. I mean, I would almost rather sit there and just hand do the airbrush and take my chances of messing up like that, because that took a good long while. Y'all really didn't see all of it because I didn't even video all that because it was just boring. Well, I'm trying to get one little piece up for 10 minutes and finally got it. And another thing I'm going to throw in here real quick, this is obviously after the fact, I just thought of it. Something I really did enjoy was the painted surface and CNC in the painted surface. So that's probably something I'm going to look at down the road, doing more of that kind of thing, because it really made the cuts stand out. You could really see what was going on with the wood. Now, if it's oak, not happening, because I'm not going to paint a whole piece of oak. That's a waste of oak. But on other materials, I may look at painting the surface and try to do some of these backgrounds like that, just because it looks better when it cuts. That's going to be all for this one, and you know I'm sorry I'm running late this week. I'm just about a day behind on you, but I've just got a lot of other stuff going on. My first business is selling my RV and boat storage, and there's just a lot of things to do with that. It's a big business, so I mean there's a lot of hoops to jump through to get all that done. So guys, if y'all hadn't checked out my other channel, Smokey Uncuffed, run over there and check that dude out. It's just where I talk about anything and everything else. Right now I've been talking about a bunch of laws since I've just retired. And so I've been telling some stories and some of the laws, some of the way laws work, and just basically enjoying myself having fun on that channel. Which sounds bad. Not that I don't have fun on this channel, I do too, but that's just the other stuff I'm doing. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. If y'all haven't done so yet, please subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Okay, so I've had a couple people ask, after you do your first cut, if you have more than one, you change the drill.